One moment. All right, and if you can see me on YouTube, guys, check in. Great. Right, so I wanted to bring us all together. There's a lot going on right now. I mean, the last couple of weeks, there's a lot going on in the last couple of years, really. But I'm noticing a pattern, and I'm sure many people are noticing a pattern, and I don't need to really go into the details. But I want to be here with all of us together now to center ourselves, to ground ourselves, to feel at peace when maybe there's not peace around us. So that's why I really wanted to bring us all together. So we're going to do a little interaction where we can bring ourselves back to feeling that peace, that limitlessness that we actually are at all moments, even though many distractions can come in to have us feel or have it appear that we are not that way. So we're going to take a deep breath in. And on this deep breath in, we're just going to bring ourselves into our body. And exhale. And inhale. While we're doing this, any sounds around us, anything that could be distracting. Exhale. Anything that could feel distracting, it's actually not going to be distracting to us anymore. So we're going to breathe in. Exhale. Breathing in. And exhaling. Do it one more time, breathing in. And on this inward breath, we're going to bring up our shoulders and we're going to scrunch them really as tight as we possibly can. And we're going to hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to exhale, a really deep exhalation. We're going to let it out. You can let any sound come out that you want. The importance is we want to really start to regulate our nervous system. So when we're taking that deep breath in and holding it, you can hold for 4 seconds, you can hold for 10 seconds, you can hold for half a minute, you can even hold for a minute and a half, 2 minutes. It's not important really the length of how you're holding it. Whatever is comfortable or right for you, you're going to know. And it's also going to evolve with time. So you're going to take that deep breath in again. You're going to hold it. While you're holding it, you're going to talk to your feet, your ankles, your shins, your knees. You can exhale. I'm going to take a deep breath in again. Relaxing your thighs, your hips, your bottom. And exhaling. And take a deep breath in again. Relaxing your abdomen, your chest area, your shoulders, arms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers. You can exhale. Taking another deep breath in. Relaxing your throat area, all the lymphatic, endocrine system. Just picturing it functioning in its perfect functionality. That means it is moving, it's removing toxins, helping your whole body relax, helping your organs detox, perform at their best, ultimate performance. Exhaling. Take a deep breath in. And you're going to be relaxing all of your jaw area, your temples, in between your eyes here. I think some people call it where the 11s are. All of us have this area. Some of us, you can see it more than others, but we're going to relax that area, just relaxing your temples, relaxing the top of your head, relaxing your brain, releasing, exhaling. And so here now, I want you to take a deep breath in. And on this deep breath, I want you to imagine yourself in the most peaceful place that you have ever been or ever dreamt of. I want you to picture each and every part of this place. What does it smell like? Does it sound like? What does the air feel like on your skin? How does the air feel to breathe? What are you seeing in this environment that you're in, this perfect place for you? Is it here? Is it in this timeline? Is it in a different timeline? Where it is doesn't matter, just that it is the perfect place for you. Exhale. So now you're going to take these deep breaths in and out. In and out. In and out. Like the waves in the ocean, or the fluttering of wings of birds. Like in and out. You're going to do this without thinking. It's just going to be subconscious movement in and out while you continue to vision this perfect place for you. And once you're there, you hear the sounds there, feel the air there, smelling the smells there, breathing in that perfectly oxygenated air there. That oxygenated air is going into every single cell of your body, healing you. Every cell in your body is perfectly oxygenated. With every breath, you're sending that perfectly oxygenated, rich air into every organ of your body. Your endocrine system is functioning, fully oxygenated, flowing easily, effortlessly, like a stream in the spring coming off of the mountains with that snow melt, or flowing like a stream into the ocean. Nothing is stagnant. All stagnation is being released down to the center of the earth, away from us, being recycled. Sometimes when we are thinking of releasing that stagnation, any of those heavy feelings, we can have the feelings of sorrow, we can have the feelings of shame, or feelings of not wanting to give that burden even to earth. So I want us to let go of any of those judgments, and not to feel bad about those judgments. They're just feelings. We can feel our feelings, to feel those feelings. We're going to let them go. Any stagnation in our organs, in our nervous system, in our cognition, in our subconscious mind, any of that stagnation, we're going to let it down, all the way down to the center of the earth. Because there it is recycled. It is made into life force. We are not giving anything that is too heavy, because everything can be recycled. Nothing is too heavy to be recycled and transmuted. We're going to take a deep breath in, and our body should start to feel a lot lighter now. And I want us to do a body scan. So while we're sitting here in this most perfect place for you, you're going to take a body scan, and you're going to start from your toes, going all the way up your body. And wherever you feel stagnation or heaviness, you're going to want to talk to that area for a moment. Focus on it for a moment, releasing whatever is heavy, whatever is not flowing and moving. Here, we have all different abilities when we're giving a body scan to ourselves. There's not a right or wrong ability. I want you to use your intuition right now. I want you to use your intuition to focus in on your body scan using your technology, your abilities to self-regulate your nervous system, to heal anything that needs to be healed and let go during this time together. Some people may have colors appear for them. Those colors will help you heal. You can send them to wherever you feel that stagnation in your body. Some people will have messages come in. Those messages may be light language. Light language can come in many forms. They can be symbols. They can be sounds. They can be inner knowings. I want you to let in anything that is going to heal you and allow you to release any stagnation, anything that is feeling heavy or unprocessed. I'm going to bring it up to the surface. And as we bring this up to the surface, I want you to know with your inner knowing that you are completely safe. You are completely supported. And not only now when you hear my voice, but always. In any situation, you can come back to this exact moment, this feeling, this inner knowing, this remembrance of who you are, what you are. So as you're seeing whatever is surfacing, I want you to feel those feelings. If those feelings are feeling overwhelming, I would like you to look at your first three chakras. So your root, your sacral, your solar plexus. And for those who are unfamiliar with those, It's fine. I just want you to ground in and understand that you are only observing your feelings, that you may feel these feelings, that they are not going to be overwhelming for you, that you are more than capable. You have phenomenal coping skills and ability to feel them, transmute them, and let them go. For those of you that are familiar with the first 3 chakras, I want you to just slightly close them down. So the root, closing it down, not all the way down, but to the size of a pistachio, sacral down to the size of a pistachio, and the solar plexus down to the size of a pistachio. And you're going to keep scanning your body. Anywhere that you feel aches and pains, any tension, I want you to investigate those areas. What are those areas telling you? What do they need from you right now? If you're feeling tension, I want you to release it in any way that you can, using whatever abilities that you have. When I say abilities and inner knowings, it's because we have this within us. We have been taught that we need to look outside of us for these inner knowings or these healings, but actually they are within us. We have our own guidance system. You can see it as a compass. It's actually within us. We have our own compass to ourselves. So right now, I am merely a guide, guiding you to yourself. And within yourself, you have the most extraordinary ability to heal any trauma, any painful incident, any stagnation, any fragmentation, any fragmented self, any disconnect you're feeling from earth or nature, any brain fog. When we have brain fog, this is an attempt from outer sources to take us away from our intuition, our sovereign entity, our sovereign self. Is like a cloud of confusion that we can actually take away, we can remove. So if you're having brain fog or confusion or not feeling safe in this time, I want you to really scan your brain area. Looking at your brain area, also in your throat and your lymphs here. I mean, our lymphatic system, later, if you're not familiar with the lymphatic system, I invite you to look at a chart. But our lymphatic system are like rivers going through us, rivers and streams. Sometimes it's very pronounced in this area where we can see if we have swelling or stagnation. So I really want you to scan here, checking into your body, remembering to breathe in and to breathe out. Seeing any stagnation there, I want you to send it anything you need, anything it needs to release itself and to start flowing. Same with your brain fog, if you're having brain fog. All of us are going to have different feelings right now with what's going on in our personal worlds, in the collective world. We're all going to have different feelings, different triggers. These triggers are clues to what we need to heal and work on. And we can create, I know there's talks of safe spaces and triggering and things like that. So what I want us to understand here, from my understanding, is that we can always create our own safe space, and that triggers are our best teachings. They are a medicine that we can observe them, heal them, transmute them, let them go. So I'm going to give us about, I don't know, we're going to have some time for ourselves right here, where we're just scanning our bodies for maybe about 5 minutes. I'm going to be quiet while we're scanning our bodies. I want you to go wherever you need to go. And you know, sometimes when we're here, our ancestors pop in. That's okay. For those of you that are scientifically inclined, our ancestors are always within us. Our DNA is our ancestors, with specific coding and messages to us, bringing both helpful messages and traumas that we need to observe and address, transmute, heal, and let go. And for those of you that are very in touch with your spirituality, guides, our ancestors are always here. For those of us who see it as consciousness, you can look into that cell of consciousness and give your cell what it needs now. So for whichever way you're inclined, all of them are perfect and whole and part of one. Simply an illusion that they are separate. They are all intertwined, like the roots of a tree, nourishing one being, one thought form, one strand. So as you're scanning this and releasing and healing anything that you need to heal, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to be in this space. The space of complete safety. Of yourself, in yourself, your authentic space of creation. Creating what you want for you, for your experience. With the inner knowing that this is limitless. There are no limitations, ever. inviting yourself to come to a 0 point, understanding the understanding of nature. Though it feels there are rights or wrongs, but there simply is, just is, the isness of existing and being. Of creating your limitless possibilities, moment to moment, fragments, healing into wholeness. And for anyone who's having a busy mind, sometimes our minds get distracted, and it's okay. Just bring it back here into the space of creation. And if you fell asleep, it's perfectly fine too. Be a deep, resting, healing sleep. When you wake up, you feel so refreshed, centered and grounded. Right, so I'm going to ask you to do your last scanning of your body. And you're going to start coming back. You can wiggle your toes. Wiggling your fingers. If you close your root chakra, your sacral, and your solar plexus down, I want you to bring it back. Bring them back to their balanced state. So let's bring your root chakra back, spinning it quickly to its balanced state. Solar plexus, spinning it quickly back to its balanced state. Your sacral, so we should have root, sacral, solar plexus, everything spinning at its balanced state. For those of you who do chakra work, check in to make sure all of your chakras are balanced, you're grounded. For the rest of you, I'd like you to take a deep breath in, feeling the room air on your skin. Coming here, coming back, feeling the fluttering of your eyelashes. We're back. Thank you for joining. So the space that we went to, for those of you that join now and who are joining later, I want you to remember the space that we went to, remembering your ability to go back there whenever you need, when anything feels overwhelming, or you can feel the deregulation or dysregulation of your nervous system. I want you to practice this. And so for those of you who may feel triggered at this time, or get triggered easily, feel overwhelmed easily, this is a really good space to take yourself to, for you to regulate your nervous system. A regulated nervous system is where we make the best, most concise, educated decisions that will help you tap into your intuition. But not only your intuition, it's going to help you so you reduce the cortisol load that you're putting on your body, which then leads to stress, inflammation, sadness, depression. So it's really important that we start practicing these skills of regulating our nervous system. There's not a right or wrong way to regulate your nervous system. But it's really important for us to find the practices that are going to help us with that, because of how our world is in the times we are in. It is going to be extremely important for us to be able to regulate our nervous system in any sort of situation. And when I say any sort of situation, I'm talking about situations that it would seem unfathomable to be able to calm yourself down in. We are going to need to start practicing that now. And so for us to practice it with ourselves, that's where we can start. It will be important that others learn too. But what we have control over is ourselves. And so we can start with ourselves now. And when asked, we can teach others how to do that as well. But my invitation right now is to work really on that with yourselves and start figuring out how you can regulate the nervous system before we make decisions, before we say things. The words that come out of our mouths are very important. I didn't realize the importance of that earlier in my life. Something the more that I'm studying now, the more I understand that what we say and what we think creates our reality. And when we say that to people in our lives, they may not understand that at first, and that's okay. I want us to hold that space that it is absolutely okay. Because we each have our own journey, our own pace. We each have our own lessons that we're going to be learning. And it is important for us to remember to allow free will. And free will, I know there's many different ideas on that. Just pick your own. Pick your inner knowing of what is free will for you and go with it. So it's such a blessing to spend this time with you guys. I hope that this little practice helps. I had some messages come through, so I think I may do a different live with some messages, with some light language that came, but I don't think I'm going to put it on this one today. This is just a general knowing of how to regulate your nervous system one way that we can. So with that, I just want to thank you all of those who showed up. Thank you, Zakia. Thank you, Jean. Thank you to all. I know I saw some go by, but I didn't catch all of them. But thank you to all who joined live and to all of those that are joining later. It will be just as potent when you watch it in the recording as it was live. I am sending all of my love to all of you. You are all doing an amazing job. Please remember to be compassionate with yourselves. We are having a human experience. So there are days where maybe we're not acting in our highest version of ourselves. And that's okay. We need to have compassion at ourselves, with others, understanding that this is a human journey with human experiences. But within that, understanding and inner knowing that we can always evolve to our highest expression. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much.